Today we have a look at a fatal after party, a new song from Taylor Swift, and much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Madison and a look at sports with Sawyer.
Today is Monday, May 9th, 2022.
We are live from Shroyer's broadcast studio H12 on the campus of Bradley Central High School, and you are watching VOX News Today.
Welcome back. I'm Alex Wingard.
And I am Amber Filyaw.
Biologists have discovered 6 new species of miniature frogs in Mexico. Each of the new species is smaller than a penny when fully grown. They've gone unnoticed for centuries because they are tiny and brown and look similar to other frogs. But these amphibians don't develop from tadpoles. Instead, they emerge from eggs as perfect miniature frogs. The little frogs hide in fallen leaves at the bottom of Mexico's forest floors. Scientists from London's Natural History Museum and the Universities of Cambridge and Texas collaborated on the discovery.
President Joe Biden spent time Sunday meeting with G7 leaders along with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. New pictures show Biden on his virtual call from home in Wilmington, Delaware. Biden said the meeting centered on the G7's commitment to helping Ukraine. The meeting also focused on a new round of sanctions against Russian media companies and exporters. All G7 leaders made a commitment to phase out Russian oil imports in an effort to punish Russia for its invasion of the country.
Just hours before Putin took to the stage in Red Square, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky released his own remarks. He says Russia failed to learn the lessons of World War II, accusing them of repeating the crimes of Hitler's regime instead, and vowing that Ukraine will not give up the fight. Quote, "We are fighting for our children's freedom, and therefore we will win. We will never forget what our ancestors did in the World War II, which killed more than 8 million Ukrainians. Very soon there will be 2 victory days in Ukraine, and someone won't have any." End quote.
Russian President Vladimir Putin lays a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. This, as well as a military parade, were part of the pomp and ceremony of Victory Day, which is being celebrated across Russia. It commemorates the 77th anniversary of the Soviet Union's triumph over Nazi Germany. Putin used the occasion to defend Russia's invasion of Ukraine, drawing parallels to World War II, and blaming the West for not listening to the Kremlin's complaints. He also accused Ukraine of trying to acquire nukes.
First Lady Jill Biden made an announcement to visit the war-torn country, including President Joe Biden and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Volodymyr Zelensky, Ukrainian president, quote, "Every day of this war, the Russian army does something that is beyond words, but every next day it does something that makes you feel it is in a new way," end quote. Ukrainian officials say 60 people are feared dead following a Russian airstrike Saturday on a school in the Luhansk region, where 90 people were sheltering. The developments come one day ahead of Moscow's planned Victory Day celebrations. The U.S. ambassador to the United States says Russia has nothing to celebrate. Biden's visit to Ukraine is the first time a U.S. First Lady has visited a war zone since Laura Bush made a secret visit to Afghanistan in 2008.
3 Oregon police officers were injured after being assaulted during a college party Saturday night. Eugene police, responding to a noise and alcohol complaint, were met by an angry crowd. 21-year-old William Crever allegedly tried to block a patrol car, then struck an officer in the face. One woman who identified herself as Crever's mother got involved in the scuffle. Eugene police made several arrests on the spot, and they say additional charges could be pending.
The battle over abortion rights appears to be heading to the Senate floor. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced Sunday he will be putting a bill to codify Roe v. Wade up for a vote later this week. Democrats are hoping they can preserve abortion rights that way. On Sunday, which was Mother's Day, dozens of women in Kansas City protested in support of Roe v. Wade. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he plans to file a motion for a procedural vote Monday, which could see a full Senate vote on the controversial issue Wednesday. A recent poll found that 66% of Americans believe that Roe should not be struck down completely. Another majority, 59%, would support Congress establishing a nationwide right to abortion.
3 Iowa teens were shot during a prom after party early Sunday morning. Des Moines police say there were 200 people at the house at the time of the shooting. A 17-year-old girl and 2 18-year-old men were shot, but none of the injuries were life-threatening. Police believe a fight broke out when a group that was not invited to the party showed up. The shooting remains under investigation.
And now let's check on our weather. Madison, what can you tell us?
It has been raining off and on over the weekend, but most are in the clear skies this week. Stay tuned for today's weather update and much more right after this break.
Wow, college already.
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
That sounds awful. Seriously, awful.
But a lot better than last week.
We weren't born to follow.
Final round. Fight.
Welcome back. I'm Madison Johnson with your weather. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather at glance for today. Right now in Cleveland, it is 54 degrees with a high listed today at 79 and a low of 51 with precipitation at 2%. Humidity right now is at 92% with a dew point of 52 degrees Fahrenheit with visibility of 9 miles, and the UV index right now is 0 out of 10. And now let's look at our local radar. Right now there is no precipitation in the area or in the surrounding communities. And now let's look at our national radar. There are storms in Minnesota. And now let's look at our 7 days. Tuesday will be sunny with a high of 83 and a low of 56. Wednesday will be mostly sunny skies with a high of 85 and a low of 56 again. Thursday we'll have sunny skies with a high of 83 and a low of 59. Friday we'll have scattered showers with a high of 79 and a low of 59. Saturday we will also have scattered showers with a high of 82 and a low of 63. And Sunday we'll have scattered thunderstorms with a high of 84 and a low of 60. That is all I have for weather, and now here's Sawyer with your sports report.
Today we have info on the latest NBA scores and more right after this break.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. You're the one who misrepresented the facts.
Are you kidding?
Your proposal's ludicrous.
My proposal will go exactly the way I say it will.
My dead body.
I think somebody needs a timeout.
Oh, that's the power of one.
Civility. Pass it on.
One grain of sand can turn the tide.
I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike one. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike two. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike three. Wow! I'm the greatest pitcher in the world!
Optimism. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Welcome back. I'm Sorry Hughes with your sports. James Harden scored 31 points. Joel Embiid had 24 points and 11 rebounds. And the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Miami Heat 116-108 on Sunday night in Game 4 to even their Eastern Conference semifinal series. The Heat won the first two games in Miami with Embiid out with a right orbital fracture and mild concussion. The 76ers won Game 3 and 4 at home with Embiid and the Mavs in the lineup. Jimmy Butler scored 40 points with nearly one man willed the Heat to victory. The Heat missed 28 of 35 three-pointers. Butler scored 17 points in the third, yet the Heat still trailed 89 to 85. For a fourth straight game, the Birmingham Stallions trailed in the second half. The Stallions figured out a way to earn a victory. This one, a 16-10 defensive battle over the Tampa Bay Bandits. The Stallions held Tampa Bay to just 158 yards, one offensive touchdown, and not a single point in the second half. Energetic linebacker Scooby Wright led Birmingham with 6 tackles and a sack. After a sack, holding on to a 13-10 lead, the University of Arizona product performed a sack dance that he described as a shark dog half shark, half dog. Wright said that that's his spirit animal. Stephen Curry scored 30 points. Klay Thompson had 21 and 9 rebounds, and the Golden State Warriors shut down Jeb Moran's supporting Cavs Bears. The Memphis Grizzlies won 42 to 112 on Saturday night for a 2-1 lead in the Western Conference semifinals. Moran's third, just before the halftime buzzer, got the Grizzlies to 64 to 57 at the break and gave him 17 of his 34 points. But Moran couldn't do it alone for Memphis, and he was done after rubbing his tender right knee and limping off with a 6 minutes and 19 seconds left. But the Grizzlies went cold and made only 3 of the next 12 and watched the Warriors close the quarters with an 18-7 burst. That is all I have for sports. We will have more news right after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
We broke Old Man Hennessy's window.
Correction, dude. You broke. I just threw the ball.
This is really bad. What are we gonna do? Dude, kiss your life goodbye.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Keep smiling, keep shining. No,
Hi. Tell him it was an accident, and we can fix the window. I'll come with you.
that's what friends are for.
Welcome back.
The U.S. Coast Guard says 5 people were rescued from a paralyzed sailboat in the Gulf of Mexico. News outlets report that the 36-foot sailboat put out a distress call Friday afternoon because of a broken mast. The vessel was located about 200 miles southeast of Mobile. Scott Talbot, a search and rescue mission coordinator for the Coast Guard's District 8, said the sailboat's GPS and pain signaling gear allowed the boat to be located and for those aboard to be rescued.
Police in DeKalb County said the 6 people were shot Sunday night at a condominium complex near Clarkson in an eastern suburb of Atlanta. A police spokesman told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that 911 callers reported shots hurled shortly before 8 p.m. Sunday and that officers found 5 people shot, 3 people fatally. The newspaper report added the 2 wounded were grasped to hospitals with serious injuries and a fatal shooting victim arrived later at the hospital.
In early April, the out-of-stock rate jumped to 31% according to Data Assembly, the retail inventory experts. In 6 states, Iowa, the Dakotas, Missouri, Texas, and Tennessee, more than half of baby formula supplies were completely sold out. Supply chain issues, along with the FDA shutdown of an Abbott nutrition manufacturing plant in Michigan, are compounding the problem.
A former student at a private Christian college in Tennessee says her school kicked her out after she reported a sexual assault. She has now filed a complaint with the U.S. Department of Education accusing Visible Music College of violating federal law. Mara Luke claims she was raped by a classmate at a Visible Music College last November, but she says when she went to administrators about the assault, their response was not what she expected. Simon says she expected to hear from the Department of Education in the coming weeks.
Over the past 2 years, the Walker County Health Department was primarily engaged with COVID testing and immunization. Now it's returning to normal operations and providing clinical services again. Some of those services will be available at the Rossville Athletic Center from 9 a.m. to noon on Friday, May 20th. The health department will conduct walk-in hepatitis C and HIV testing on individuals 18 years and older. The tests are done by finger stick and are free.
The archery range was one of Morgan Pritchett's favorite places to be. It was where her favorite people were. Those same people are still trying to come to terms with her sudden death. Morgan, or as her friends call her Mo, was going to the range when she crashed her car and died Thursday morning. Smith explained how her score was not the most important thing to her. Instead, it was the camaraderie she got apart from being a part of the team.
Taylor Swift dropped her latest remake at midnight Friday. The Grammy-winning singer debuted This Love, Taylor's version. It's from Swift's hit album 1989. This Love is featured in the trailer for the Amazon Prime series The Summer I Turned Pretty. Swift took to Instagram on Thursday to thank Jenny Han, the author of the book the show is based on. The new track has fans speculating about whether 1989 would be the next album that Swift re-records. She has been re-recording her first 5 albums, after producer Scooter Braun bought and sold her master albums, leaving her not in control of her own catalog. Swift has previously unveiled Red, Taylor's version, and Fearless, Taylor's version.
Imagine waking up in your bed in the morning to find out the dog you've been snuggling with isn't yours. That's exactly what happened to one Tennessee woman this week. Crystal Bayou has the story. Jimmy Johnson opened his eyes and didn't recognize the dog sleeping in their bed. A strange canine quietly coming into their house, uninvited. They think that the back door must have been left open on accident. This post on Facebook went viral, and sure enough, someone recognized Nayla. Johnson verified it was actually the woman's dog asking for photos as proof. She found out Nayla traveled almost 2 miles, and the adventure eventually ended when Nayla wanted some company.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube through our channel BCHS VOX News.
You will also find more online at our website, voxnews.net.
Remind your friends to like, subscribe, share, and tune in.
You just cannot get enough Vox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 at Bradley Central.
And as always,
God
bless and go Bears.